Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the much anticipated time lapse of Rich Bitch. So I traced it on top of paper. As you can see, I put the paper on the canvas, and then I traced the paper, and then I traced it onto the canvas. And then there you go, it's like your own little coloring page, easy as pie. I really don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, so as you can see, I'm now just coloring in the lines. So what I did for the design, it's for my friend Jenna, and I know she loves the brand, so I was like, hey, Jenna, I'm gonna make this for you. Well, folks, let me tell you, I had zero clue how tedious it would be to paint this in. At first, I was so excited, and then I got to like the 5th Louis Vuitton logo part, and I was like, oh my god. And at this point, I knew that I was in it for the long haul. So I would trace around each of the little parts, and then I would fill in black around it. I just found that was the easiest way for me to do it. And, you know, it's really not, the lines are not that clean because I'm not actually a good artist. I just make it seem like I am because I design things on the computer, and then I trace it onto a piece of canvas or canvas paper and paint it in. And then, as you can see, I have my Photoshop printout. That's what I designed it on the wall there. As you can see, I also have my lovely insulation, and this is at 4,000% speed, so it's like 40 times speed, I guess. I don't know. I guess I could make one of these like regular speed so you can see how tedious it was. But here I am getting so close. I picked it up, take a look to see how it looks so far. So here I am adding ink. I'm just using Liquitex acrylic ink, and I found that the black was not as black and as dense as I wanted it to be, and so I was like, hey, I have black ink. So I tried it on the one little part and it worked really well. So I ended up going over all the black with my acrylic ink. So I think I stopped for the day after I finished so now I think we're on a new day. So I went back. We still have more Louis Vuitton logos. I'm just using the Liquitex basics. As you can see, I'm also using some Blick art supplies. I know I'm not really a real YouTuber, but I guess I will leave links in the description just so you can see the products if you want to look more into them. I guess you could do a store pickup from Michael's or wait a month from Amazon. Or you can order from the dickblick.com website. I don't have any experience doing that, so I can't really tell you what their shipping is like at the current moment. Yeah, so here we are painting in bitch. And part of this part got cut off because I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I would get calls and it would cut off my recording. So I would part of this video you'll miss just because I would get a call, wouldn't even know that I'm getting a call because I couldn't hear it, and then I would keep on painting and I wouldn't know to stop painting. So it'll happen again at the end of the Gucci, I'm pretty sure, at some point. It's cool to watch it all come together when you're painting. You see it kind of from the beginning, and then you don't really fully see it until... So yeah, so what I did was, that you didn't see, was I put ink over the Rich Bitch and the Gucci drip. I'm now doing her hair, and and I didn't record that part because this video is all in 4K on my phone, and the phone ran out of memory, and I didn't know, so that's what I have so far, and I didn't know how I could, I didn't know how to transfer a bunch of large files. I ended up just airdropping them. It ended up working pretty well. So here, as you can see, the Supreme looks kind of messy here because I was just doing pure paint, and it's heavy body paint, and it's supposed to be thick, so there was nothing wrong with the paint, but it was just too thick for me. It worked with everything else, and then I've watched other YouTubers, and I realized that something that I could do that might work was add water. So that's why there's now the red cup, and it's kind of going on smoother, and it's more easy for me to control. It's not as intense, I guess, but I'd rather it be a little less intensely red. So here, I kind of messed up on how it's supposed to look. Like you can see on the page up there that it's supposed to be the white outline, and it's supposed to look like it's going over the Supreme, but let me tell you folks, those were some tiny lines. So then I was like, fuck it, I'll just do Gucci Drip in black and no white outline. So after I did that, I looked at it and I was like, oh no, we cannot be doing this. This does not look good. It does not look at all how I want it to. So what I did was I'm going to put a picture up so you could see what it looks like. Yep, there it is in all its glory. So then I went back and I was like, oh my god. So there's a bunch of white mess on my desk because, oh, there's the primer. Because I poured some white paint, which I thought was my primer, onto my palette thing, and it made a huge mess. And then I realized it wasn't even the white paint that I wanted. It was just the regular paint, not the primer paint. So I ended up going over the first part in primer, and then I tried to do like a natural drip look, but I ended up just painting lines. So, and then I went back to the Supreme. I think this is a new day, but I honestly didn't change my clothes for like a couple days, so I'm not going anywhere. And yeah, so I was like, why would I do that? Seeing the end of the rich bitch over the Supreme was pretty cool though, because like I could have either done Supreme and then painted white over it, but it was much easier for me because if you have the lines, it's just like painting in the lines, and that's what I have. The S's on that far side are going to look a little rough, but as I said, I'm not actually an artist, and I'm just doing this for funsies. So and I know I forgot the fill in the B there. I'm gonna go back to that towards the end. And I also have I have to leave my hand on something. I kind of have a shaky hand, so it's kind of hard to do this part because I would have to lay my hand onto parts that were wet, and then I ran out of paint, I think, or something. I ran out of the original red watered down paint that I made, so I had to make more, but I didn't get the consistency quite right. So then, yeah, as you can see, I just kind of gave up on the Supreme part there and just painted it in red. It's not the main part of the picture, so I don't think anyone will really notice it. And so to do the Supreme, what I would do is I would paint the outline of Supreme, or at least part, like either do like the top part of the line, paint the top, and then the bottom part of the line, paint the bottom. And then that way it'd be easy to get the lines as crisp as I possibly could. And then there we have the rough S's. And yeah, so I didn't know. I guess I should have done the S's just at the end. But in my mind, I just wanted to do it line by line. So my arm was pretty red by the end of this. And then, yeah, so you can kind of tell where I started versus where I stopped. But, yeah, and then here is the final picture. Here's a video pan of it. So I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you later. Bye.